Tonight we crown some champions and wrap up another season of TI ARCA Series Racing, or Gen 4 Racing, whatever you want to call it, as another season's in the bag tonight. And we get ready for some changes in the off-season that come ahead. But right now, we focus on the now, and that is this track right here, Charlotte Motor Speedway, virtually an iRacing in uptown, or north of uptown Charlotte, Concord. A very cool track, one of my favorites to race at, and a lot of favorites to race at, as we welcome you in to racing for the TI Racing ARCA Series finale. As I mentioned, 100 laps, 150 miles on this 1.5-mile track. 77 degrees, 56% humidity, partly cloudy skies as we get ready to race on this track. Qualifying is underway right now, and Brett Rolls has put his car up on the pole as of right now. So we'll put that up on the screen, let you guys see where it's at, 29.84. So what is on the line tonight? Well, there's one really close battle for points. The others are pretty much decided. What I mean by that, Tim Averill leads the points right now by 20 over Alex Bryson. So he needs a catastrophic Jean Van de Velde 1991 British Open choke to lose the championship to Alex Bryson. Craig Martin is going to battle with Aaron Beaver and a couple others there. He is all of 50 points back, so Bryson in any other season would win another championship here. But Tim has had that good of a season and sits 20 points above Alex. So the worst Alex can do tonight is finish second, so no pressure on him. Team standings wise, TI Racing has clinched another championship there for the team. On the season lap leaderboard, Zach Mertz leads by 21 over Alphin, and Brandon's not here. Tim Averill is all of almost 50 laps behind, so Tim has to start on the pole and lead a lot of laps here if he's going to catch Zach for the points, or the season lap leaders. So that one is all but clinched, it looks like, as of right now. However, Mertz is not here, I've noticed, so that could change. The battle that we are looking at is the battle for Rookie of the Year. 3 drivers, one maybe still ticked off at the other one. Brett Rolls, who looks like he's going to be on the pole for this race. Ronald Piles and Ryan Steinhoff, all within 5 points of each other for the Rookie of the Year battle. So we're going to focus a lot on that battle here this evening as we race, but obviously 100 laps, anything can happen, and will happen here tonight in Charlotte. So we'll get you updated with, and keep you updated with what is going on. Just remember this, the most points you can score at a race, straight up without bonuses, is 26. Now, there is a bonus point for leading a lap. There's a bonus point for, I think, 0 incidents, and 3 for winning. So, if I got those numbers correctly, that's 31 points that you could score at max tonight when it's all said and done. So, and with Brett getting the pole award, I believe it's another point actually there. So, Brett's going to extend that point lead to 6 with the pole here this evening. So, congratulations to him as qualifying will wrap up. And let's pull the young man up here into the booth, and let's have a quick word with him. Brett Rolls in the 17, he's a Pirate 17i car, as Brett joins me. Brett, congratulations on the pole. Obviously, last week was a little bit of a rough one at Pocono, involved in an accident with fellow rookie there, Mr. Steinhoff. Obviously, we moved on to Charlotte, and a chance for you to clinch the Rookie of the Year title tonight. How's that looking so far from the pole? Got to be a pretty good shot at it.
Honestly, I'm hoping Piles and Steinhoff get a little competitive on how close they are, and I can hopefully skate away. It's not going to be easy, but, we've had a pretty up and down season. There's been a couple of times where we should have had some good finishes, but we either didn't take tires or, we stepped on the long pedal.
Good way to put it.
Honestly, a Rookie of the Year is all I'm hoping for. I really don't care where I finish tonight as long as I'm in front of Piles and Steinhoff. I was talking to Craig and Melnick and Tupper about it. That's pretty much my goal tonight. I'm not here to race anybody but those two, so it's going to be a very easy does it race for me for probably the first 80 laps of this thing, and then we're going to try to give her hell to get back in front of them towards the end if we aren't already.
Now, I am going to poke the bear a little bit here. Has anything changed from the accident last week that we need to keep an eye on?
Yes, I actually have fresh tires for this start instead of old tires.
Well, that's a good thing, too, but I remember a 5-letter word being used towards somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just wondering if we might have to keep an eye on you two tonight.
nah, we'll be
All
all
right.
right.
All right. All right. I just had to poke the bear a little bit there.
We'll be all right as long as people can realize it's a 100-lap race and you can't win it on the first, but you sure as hell can lose it on the first, then we're good.
When did that change?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, because apparently that's the mindset shift that's happened in iRacing now.
or used a bumper, right? Hey, great job tonight. Congratulations on the pole, bud.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Let's move him down to Showtime Racing with Craig Martin and Eric Tupper, Stephen Melnick, and you see the starting lineup going across the board. Rolls on the pole alongside Stephen Miles, Eric Tupper, Tim Haberl, and AJ Vasseur and Morano Piles as the cars roll off. Now, this will be one last time we get to enjoy the Gen 4 for a while. And next season, Chris and I have already talked. We're going to go back to the ARCA car for this series. We wanted to let them enjoy the Gen 4 cars it's released. But the car's getting all formed up right now. I can't remember. Did I set up the weather thing here? I did not. Pull this up here on the side just for those. It is July 4th weekend, apparently, according to the sim. It's a little after 7:30 in July, which is just after the summer solstice. So normally in that situation, that is the longest daytime period of the year. So we'll probably get some darkness towards the end of this race. Actually, I see time is going pretty quickly, so looks like we're going 2-1, so we will get some darkness in this race. 100 laps, 150 miles in the finale of the TI ARCA series. Glad you're here with us on the Captain Esports Network as Brett Rolls and Stephen Miles brings us to the green flag here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. The finale is ready to rock and roll. Green flag. And of course, our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out online on Facebook and in the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com as Tupper clears and slides up there. Speeds up from 190 or so miles an hour down to one car into the wall already. That is Ronald Piles. He has got that thing stuck up there in the 68 car, and then he almost runs over Melnick. Now Cornwell's off the pace. This looks like an ARCA race. And AJ Vasseur leads lap 1. Dalton Wilson did not make the start tonight. Apparently a birthday for a relative or a family member, so happy birthday to that person. So that allowed me to switch right over to the 20, where Ryan Steinhoff did not take the green flag. So now we're down to 19 cars, and unfortunately Ryan will not win the Rookie of the Year battle. So now it's Piles versus Rolls, and unfortunately Piles has already piled the wall. Chris Lewis now followed back in that Mopar car. He said he was going to be the show tonight. Well, he is all right. Up against the wall, and very images of Casey Kane in 07 right there at the Mopar car, rubbing up against the outside wall in turn 2. For those who had to watch me golf earlier and play basketball, I apologize for wasting your day. But at least tonight we get to do something fun now, and that's race. And Chris Lewis is on pit road now at lap 19. So once again, he is the show. And he's done. Well, happy birthday to Mrs. Wilson there, Dalton. So the 111 must have got a meatball. Meanwhile, the Boris said throwback of AJ Vasseur leads this race. Over Eric Tupper, Stephen Miles, Brett Rolls, who's under attack as Tim Haberl crosses him over, looks inside here in the 1. This track very tricky here. You can run the bottom, but you can easily slide up into that other car in the middle lane, and matter of fact, Rolls gets loose there. Had to get out of the throttle. Craig Blinky Martin to the inside, and will make the pass. You are the show, all right. Just saying.
Scala.
You are the show, all right.
Oh my God! It was either kill Timmy or kill myself.
Well, you did a good Casey Kane 2007 impersonation right there.
It's good because I was in Kane's car.
Well, the difference is he led 400 miles before he did that. Anyways. Oh, AJ
okay.
Vasour's at the outside wall. What in the world? The leader's wrecked.
That's not good.
Oh, you back got ran over by somebody. When Miles goes to the front now. Okay, I'm done picking on you.
Okay, good.
I just literally kicked Lewis out. That was funny. What in the world? The cars are getting loose, I think, off the corner with these tires. And it's causing issues. And now with Miles, you got Tupper up there in second. Abril there, third. So with these cars falling out, the championship's pretty much done for. Abril officially going to be the champion, I think, here. As long as he just finishes right here, he should be fine. As Vasour now comes to pit road. So we've already got 2 cars off track. 2 cars that got lost on its way here. Landon Durhold in the 94 car. Ooh, you see him? Yeah, there's the looseness right there. Got to get this track cooled down a little bit, get some grip into it. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Put it right down on that white and blue line. Get a little sun in your eyes right there. There you see everybody. You know what's going on? I think they're getting so tight center off that they're causing the car to get a little loose, snappy off of the corner. Here's Tupper, 4/10 back. Now remember, in this league, only 40% fuel. Got to do some quick math on this one. In usual mile-and-a-half tracks, it's about 20 laps. So we're looking at pretty close to a 4-stop strategy. And 2 of the stops, you will not be able to take tires unless they gave you a 3rd set, which they could have. So far, clean and green. Let's go back here. Melnick under attack is Randy Cornwell. Randy had a little bit of a rough start there. Got loose, but is falling back to 10th. Up there running the boards through 3 and 4. Oh, caution on the track. Caution. And I don't see any issues except for Doug Bilhars, who spun around over here in turn 4. Let's see what happened to the 50. Oh, he gets loose right above Dominic Russo. And overcorrects it into the outside wall. Bilhard's going to be the first caution. This is going to be interesting strategy play now. For everyone, let's watch. So Bilhars gets loose up above Dominic and just goes down into him. He scrapes the outside wall. That doesn't help things, but that Mimsy Motorsports number 50. Gets some pretty good damage on that car. Let's see what the leaders do here. Got some lap cars here in front of Miles, and I think Clement Downing is going to come to pit road. And here come the leaders. I'm pretty sure you're going to see the majority of them top off the fuel cell here. I could see a couple potentially take tires here. We'll have to keep track with our timing and scoring. Randy Cornwell has stayed out. And fuel only for a majority of cars, it looks like. Pretty much everybody. Ronald Piles probably getting some damage fixed. He could be on 4. Russo looks like he's getting damage fixed. Randy Cornwell stays out. Doug Bilhar stays out with the damage on his car. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Well, while we have a break in the action, this will give you a chance to do something here real quick. So stand by. I'm going to be silent for a quick second here. Should get one to go this time by. I'm actually going to edit the settings real quickly to allow you guys to see the weather on the screen. Thought I had all my timing and scorings updated, but apparently I don't. All right, that's good. It's the cool thing about this program, how I've gotten used to it now. There's still some parts that get me in trouble of like not knowing what the heck I'm doing, but for the most part, I got it figured out. Let's see what are those numbers? 1, 2. The good news is I copy and paste everything into an app so that I see like exactly my settings to match the other broadcast. Should slide it right up there. Yep, look at that. And then one other change I noticed that I've need to make real quickly is this right here. There we go. You might have noticed the position numbers just turned white on the screen. So there we go. All right, so about to go green, I believe, here. As Bill Hars has come to pit road. That's why my camera was staying on him. So 77 degrees right now, ambient, 82 track temp. And that July 4th you see up top there, that is actually the sim date as of right now. So when they put the session up, they set the date of this race on July 4th. All right, we'll get one to go this time by. Appreciate the viewers watching tonight. Of course, next season we'll be back here on Tuesday nights broadcasting again for you. Except there's going to be another night, too, coming into play. Truck season. Return of the trucks coming in Wednesday nights. I think there was a recruiting race last night that Lewis hosted. So it's going to go back to where it started. Trucks in ARCA. Looking for drivers that want to race. Drivers will have a choice to pick what series they want to race for. They'll be able to race in any race, but they will only score points in one of the series. So that's going to be something that's different, so that drivers that choose to run maybe in the ARCA series that are more comfortable in that slower paced car, they'll have a chance to still compete for a championship when it's all said and done, instead of having people dominate the series and that kind of thing. So we don't need Kyle bushwhacking, whatever they called it back in the day, going on. Me and Lewis are going to talk a little bit here in the next couple of weeks and get everything set up and get the season going here with a fresh start. As we come to the green, Randy Cornwell is the leader outside lane. Stephen Miles there in second. Let's remember, Cornwell and Miles have had a little bit of a past, if you will. There, Miles gets a jump, has a slow up. I was just about to talk about how they've had a little bit of restart drama, so to say. But Cornwell, with the less fuel but no tires, as Bryson takes it up top 3 wide. Miles going to slide up, and Cornwell going to fall to at least second right now. None of these guys really have tires. I'm not sure if anyone actually took tires. I know people either got damage fixed or took fuel only here, but at least this will allow the run to get to about lap number 38 to 40, which is going to actually put this into a little bit of a fuel race right now, if this race stays green the rest of the way. April looking inside, or that's Bryson, I'm sorry, inside of Cornwell. April there behind him, all these Bugs Bunny schemes. I appreciate it, though. That's Captain Esports Network there on the hood. Now, a reminder to everybody, this is an esports network, not a racing network, so that's why you see me playing golf earlier, missing the cut in one tournament, and then, leading after the first round at Sawgrass, and then playing basketball a little bit ago on NBA. AI stuff that you've been seeing me do. If you were around yesterday, you might have seen me do an AI version of the truck in Xfinity race from Daytona. Of course, we got the Captain Series that's going to be going. That's actually not going to be able to do a race until probably next Saturday night will be the 500. I got a lot of stuff done, but unfortunately with some changing in my schedule, including a mom coming into town this weekend, it's kind of pushed back a couple of things from me, which is fine. Family comes first. So Miles about a half second up right now on Tupper, April, Bryson, Cornwell. Brett Rolls is 6th. Craig Martin there in 7th. Landon Durhold, Eli Raposa, and Aaron Beaver. We ride with the pole sitter. You see that sun. It is going to play some havoc here for a little bit till it sets. Rolls dropping down to the bottom as he gets inside of Cornwell now as Craig Martin about mollywopped the wall. And caution is out. Dallas Childers is on pit road, spun around. The 10 goes around. And that brings out the second caution, and now issues for Ronald Piles, who's towed. Well, I guess by default, Brett Rolls just won Rookie of the Year. Well, let's see what happened here. These two were battling each other down the back straightaway. Ronald sliding, and then Dallas coming down, and they hit each other. Ronald comes up, and then Dallas comes down. And unfortunately, it looks like Ronald kind of stabilized himself there before Dallas came all the way down. But still, in the end, they hit each other, and, well, that means all the championships are pretty much clinched now, unfortunately. Now the window is open for pit stops, and I think you still got to go fuel only here. It takes out the fuel equation. Still going to be 3 stops all the way to the end, but... I'm sorry, 4 stops to the end. Clement Towning should get the wave around here. Fuel only for at least the top 4. Stephen Miles, I think, electing for tires. So is Alex Bryson. So I'm pretty sure the TI guy is going for the tires here, except for April, who goes fuel only. So add him, Cornwell, Landon Durhold. Eli Raposa getting tires, it looks like, also. Should get 2 to go this time by. So yeah, after tonight, you will not see me on Streamwise for until Sunday night. Just FYI. Yeah, I do have the week off from work, but also part of that, obviously, some things going on into the weekend time. So I will say this: if you're new, hit that subscribe button and just sit back, because once we get back past Mother's Day weekend, happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all the moms. You'll be able to see all the stuff going on, of course, with all the leagues we broadcast. And yes, that means Friday night will not be live, in case you did not get the news on that. All right, so the top 4, or I shouldn't say top 4, I'm sorry, 4 of the top 5 are teammates. Eric Tupper, Rolls, Martin, and Melnick are all part of the one team up here towards the top. So Tim Averill going to go 1v4 here. Aaron Beaver. Then you got Dominic Russo there in the 9th position. And next week, by the way, I think it is next week, they're running an all-star race in this league. And I'm going to race in it. I told them, you guys, I told them when they announced it, I was like, they picked Darlington for the track. And I'm like, oh, you had to do it, didn't you? So, going to be a fun one. And, yeah, I'm going to be joining next week. So, looking forward to it. My favorite iRacing track of them all. Because I'm a weirdo. And I'm fine with it. All right, so coming back to the green flag, Eric Tupper, Tim Averill, Brett Rolls, Craig Martin, and Stephen Melnick. Matter of fact, all 3 of the cars on the inside lane in front of Stephen Miles have their numbers upside down up top. Don't know if that was done on purpose, but either way, we're going green. A very stretched out restart there, and I think part of that's because of wheel spin that some of these cars might have had on the restart there. Back here, Melnick holding that bottom lane. There are fresh tires sitting right behind these guys. As there goes the 24 by, here comes Bryson with him. Aaron Beaver back there also on the older tires. As I mentioned, Ford's cars on the fresh tires here. Miles, Bryson, Durhold, and Raposa all have the 4 fuel goods here. So now they only have 1 set of tires to use from now until lap 100. .054 from Miles there, fastest lap of the race. So as this sun starts to set, this track's getting faster, as per usual here at Charlotte. Watching Landon now inside of Aaron. As Melnick goes up there and scrapes the wall. Got to be careful coming down the track. Landon clears them. As up front, Miles has jumped to the front ahead of Tupper. Running the fastest lap while doing so. So Miles putting these tires to work. We'll see if this ends up being any kind of advantage in the long run or not. Bryson going to go by for second as Tupper will fall to third with Tim Averill there behind him. As teammates here scrapping for fourth. Cornwell also coming with the fresh tires there behind Landon as Brett gets down there a little bit. Charlotte, one of those tracks that eats up tires pretty well, and also at the same time is one of the more temperature-sensitive tracks in racing. It's been sitting around 82 degrees right now, but I think as soon as that sun fully goes down, as one car, Chris Lewis is wrecking in the back. He got into the side of Clement Downing. I wanted to say it was Dominic, but it's Clement in the end, as the third caution comes out, lap 35. Oh, the old peeling of the car off the wall. Yes, it is. What happened to Lewis this time? Well, goes into the corner and just goes up and hits the wall. And then takes Clement with him. Well, at least I don't have to review that wreck. Leader's back in. The old version's a blast, too. Looks like David Fite going to stay out in the 15 car. And this should be fuel only for everybody. Now, here comes the fuel problem again, because we're right at lap 36, which puts us at 64 laps to go, and you can go roughly 20 on a tank. Of course, if you can get to lap 22 of a run, that'll get you to 40 or to 58, which then gets you to 80, which easily gets you to the finish. So I think you might see some fuel save going on here. And let me look back here and see who took tires, potentially. Craig Martin with a 10-second stop. Not sure if that's tires or not. Tupper looks like with tires. Averill, Rolls, Melnick, Russo with 4 tires. And Lewis has his mic muted, so I could try to hack on him some more. Looks like Fite kind of coasting the car right now. Hey, you missed a stint that was in Las Vegas for a little bit too in the basketball game. Come on now. That's funny. Dude, you gotta stop racing Carb Cup. I think you've run more Carb Cup races than I have, and I've been on iRacing 10 years. Matter of fact, Memorial Day weekend will be 11 years on iRacing. I think I've run 3 Carb Cup races the whole entire time. I think I finished them both, too. Carb Cup does nothing. Literally does nothing. It's wreck avoidance practice is all it is. Hey, Bob. Yeah, I totally did not I don't know how I missed the contact with you and the 41 there. I saw the one with you and Randy that net coded, but nah, man. Keep your head up, buddy. You're gonna be fine. Casey, we got to find this man a mentor. Do I need to get back on track and show him? I don't know, Skylar. That's a good idea. Thanks. All right, so about to go green. He hates it when I pick on him, by the way. See the Musco lighting starting to come on as we come to the green flag at lap 38 in this TI ARCA Series finale at Charlotte. That was me doing a Casey impersonation. Easy there, Stroker. All right, green flag. Don't spin them, boys. April right up the middle. Splitzeroni on fight. It's actually Bryson. Sorry, I got it mixed up again. See, I got you a mentor. Or up, caution back out for something. Clement Downing has spun over here in turn 2. And I don't know who the other car is. Over there. There's a car destroyed. Is that... Ah, Dominic. Oh, he's already upgrading pedals. Look out. Well. Oh, no. Clement with the right hook on Dominic. I highly doubt there's anything intentional there. As Clement is one of those. He's just having a good old time racing. Or trying to. He was up high here and... Ouch. All right, so that once again puts the end of the fuel mileage. If I am the leaders, I'm coming back and topping off here. David Fight's going to do that. Aaron Beaver, Melnick. See, Casey might have been the hardest announcement. I'm still waiting for you to do the post-broadcast liner for me. That's because you're stomping the brakes, probably. Driving it too deep. But then again, are you racing with play school pedals, or are you actually using... I mean, if you're going into Martinsville and you're not hitting the brakes until you get to the concrete, you got a problem. Okay. Now, dumb question here, but I assume that you're going into iRacing and you're hitting the you're doing the calibration there, correct? Because I know there's some wheels and stuff like that that comes with the app that you have to do it on, right? You ready for a little motivational speech? Watch this. Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm not going to do it to you yet. I figured I'd give you an opportunity to give a pep talk to the league.
What do you mean?
And tell them if they keep it up, then I'm pulling you back up here for dad jokes.
Every time the caution come out, my teammates tell me they don't even know where it says. It's all the way in the back. So, I'll try to give them a pep talk, man, if I can.
Give them the old come to Miles talk.
How you doing up there with all these cautions?
We're good. We're just sitting up here talking. You know, I'm trying to figure out how you guys are going to do the fuel strategy.
Yeah, the more cautions happen, the more thinking we have to do. Now Tim got the freshest tires, and we wore our tires out a little bit coming through the field there. So, gonna see me and AB could stretch it out, and I'll let him lead if he wants to or not. We just trying to keep it green. That's what I hope.
All right. Well, I see you've got the 24 karat car up here in the front, so good luck, and I'll let you put two and two together and see what that's supposed to mean. Cause...
Appreciate it, man.
All right, be safe. Steven Miles, not so mad at me anymore, apparently. He's probably still mad at me. So I figured let him give the pep talk to the league, because then he knows if they keep wrecking, dad jokes are coming, and they don't want dad jokes. Yeah, they're going to need more fuel because they only have 40% fuel in these cars. So, yeah, 40% fuel is only 20 laps. So they got to get to, you know, with whatever green flag laps they've had here as they come to the green, you know, they got to find a way to make sure to get to 60, and then they got to make sure to get to 80, and then get to 100. And oh, by the way, one set of tires to get you 60 laps on a track that eats up tires pretty good. That reminds me. I haven't turned the chat on. As green flag comes out. So Cornwell and Durald have the fresh tires. And then, of course, Tim Averill there behind them also. I think they're going to go green for a while. Very shortly. Here come the two heated rivals coming together here. Cornwell, the Georgia driver, the Louisiana driver who lives in Georgia, Stephen Miles. Up ahead there, and you see back behind, Tim Averill making a move on Tupper. As I freshly reminded Tim Averill and Chris Lewis tonight that Tim is the driver that took over for me last season, after I walked away and came back to the booth. Oh, Tim gets loose down on the apron there. That's a me move right there. But, yeah, Tim's going to win the championship, so you can tell they upgraded, huh? Bryson leading some laps here. And as we come up to the halfway point this time by, or not this time by, but just in a couple laps, I'm reminded again of the laps led. So Zach Mertes is going to clinch that mark. So pretty much everything left to be clinched in this season has happened. Rookie of the Year going to go to Brett Rolls. Champion to Tim Averill. Team champion to TI. Laps led to Mertes, and Rookie of the Year, as I mentioned, Brett Rolls. Broadcaster, well, that's not going to be me. But anyways. I could have won the championship, but to be honest with you, I was too damn angry half the time to even try. I had gotten to the point where my give a darn had went bye-bye. And if you don't believe me, go watch some of my streams from last season. Oh, Tupper, a little hospital hop there off two. And here comes his teammate to the inside, and there's April with him. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be the only one that walks away, or not, I shouldn't say walks away. There's another driver, I think. Oh, Durhold getting loose. That I think you're going to see. Whoa, no! Brett Rolls sticks it in there, that contact with Tupper, and now the teammates wreck into Landon. I love the Bush brothers in 2011. The patience. It went bye-bye right there. Now, if Ronald Piles or if Steinhoff were to show up, he's still got a chance to win Rookie of the Year here. I got nothing on that one. That was just not pretty. And Craig Martin gets involved too, so add him to the list. I mean, this is one of those where patience just... I mean, Landon got a bad run. Brett goes to the bottom here, and then Tupper gets the outside wall, which doesn't help things. And Craig might have got a piece of Tim Averill there. Oh, and add Beaver to the list there. He gets a piece of Craig Martin. All right, we'll come back to this here in a second. Bryce in the pit road, though. The what? I've never heard of that. I've heard of the ARCA breaking thing, as we've talked about many times, but not that one. Now, this is not to insult these guys at all. Obviously, I've raced with them. I've caused my own issues in the series and stuff like that. But the one thing I will share and say is there's a reason why we're going back to the ARCA car after this season. That sort of part of it. And unfortunately, there are just times, and this is evaluation. And you can help me on this if you like to. But when I'm watching what I'm seeing right now, and I actually messaged Chris a few minutes ago because he's off track. I said, there's times when I'm sitting there watching this, and it looks like an ARCA series. Like when you picture an ARCA race on TV. As we're just past the halfway point in this 150 miler. I'm going to bring our old broadcaster up here. The guy, between me broadcasting for a few seasons and another guy broadcasting, this was the gentleman who did so. Ronald, you got a copy, bud?
Yep.
All right, I'm bringing you up here because we all know your voice, too, from the other time broadcasting here, but I just want to make you aware. I don't know if your engine's blown and you still got plenty of time to go here, but there's a chance you could still win Rookie of the Year.
The potential. I don't know how much damage got done to Brett's car with the issue with Landon, and unfortunately not being able to get stopped because outside of this, and a lot of people don't know this, Eric Tupper, Brett Rolls, and I are all teammates in actual dirt side of things, and we got pulled into TI and decided that we'd run with these guys for a little bit. So There's still an opportunity. I'm kind of waiting to see what gets done. I had almost 35 minutes of damage that had to be fixed, so I think we're down to about 6 now. So we're not too far from going back to the track and seeing what we got.
We want to make this Rookie of the Year fun, so I want you to go back out there. That's just my opinion.
I'm definitely planning to get back out there.
I'm just saying, that'd be kind of weird to have, like, it'd be like a la Richard Petty 92 with a modified out there, just running laps out there to say hi to people, and then you win Rookie of the Year. That'd be kind of funny.
Well, it would be, but I was also looking at how many laps I am behind Chris Lewis, and you know, you pulled over here, and Chris switched me out with you, and now I got to go beat him as well. So I mean, at least got to beat him
See?
today.
And then you go beat Dominic, and then you get a top 15 finish.
Exactly.
There you go. Nice job, man.
Thank
Well,
you.
sorry to see your luck, man. I appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, we're going back out there.
All right, man. Ronald Piles going back out on track. Great news. Breaking news right there to the troop. As we move him down to his Showtime Racing team. I think that's where he was. He's on one of these channels. Anyways. 200 laps, that's like 525. What? And the reason I'm running a car cut is for 200 lap race at Dega. Holy, what in the world? Who's running a 200 lap race at Dega? That is like 520. Let's see, 188. Let's see, 38's 100 miles, 19's 50. And you're running 12 extra laps, so it's about 530 miles or so, yeah. Somebody don't know how to math. I mean, was the Aaron's 499 not good enough? But yet they still went for it 500 miles? All right, so reset everything here. Everybody came to pit road there for at least fuel. I think Stephen Miles took tires, which would be his last set of tires at lap 50. Randy Cornwell did stay out. That's true. Which was, by the way, the last race ever without a green, white checker finish. Because the Brickyard later that season ended up being the first green, white checker finishes. Abel gets a restart and takes him 3 wide. We got a Bugs Bunny sandwich. Well, 2 things to remember. 1, there's 5 gears. And 2, be careful because it will get loose on you. So Bryson back to the lead, 46 laps to go. So right now, these guys would have to go 23 to 24 laps to even have a shot to make it on fuel. Oh, that's a fair point. I don't know. We keep wrecking in this league. I might end up going over to your channel and putting your soundboard to work. So Abro with the fresh tires there. First place, Bugs Bunny. Second place, Bugs Bunny. Third place, Bugs Bunny. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to spend like, what, $5.99 or whatever it is on something like that? No. Good battle back here. Melnick, Beaver, David Fight. Casey, you know what I've realized I think I've learned about Aaron? You notice all he talks about are super speedways? I think that's all he runs. I don't think he's run Dover yet. Or Bristol. Or Martinsville. Atlanta. He's like, oh, wingtips. That's great. Oh, Dave Marcus, Mr. 43rd position for about a decade. Yeah, I think Dave Marcus got his only win in NASCAR Talladega, if I remember correctly. True story. Dave Marcus actually used to test all of Earnhardt's cars back in the day. He and Neil Bonnet. So Miles has gone back by April, and I think Miles has got the fresh tires out of the bunch here. Let me correct myself there. Well, guess what Atlanta is now, buddy? A super speedway, per se. As Miles goes back to the front, so Cornwell there in 4th. Eli Raposa having a great run for Acid Walls in the 5th position. The old CTF Brigade. Dallas Childers having a top 10 run right now. In the 10 car in the 9th position. Ah, well done. You wonder how much Miles is saving his tires here a little bit, knowing this is probably his last set. Short tracks are all about rhythm. Go get a late model, go get the late model, and go run laps at a short track. Go to like Langley, go to like Linear, any of those tracks where you just run for rhythm and just learn how to. I mean, 'cause that's where it's at when it's all said and done. You get on those short tracks, you actually get some good racing, get yourself into a rhythm, and get yourself used to racing. There's my fellow North Georgian, Stephen Melnick, right down the road in the Brazelton area, home of Road Atlanta / Linear. He's about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 25 minutes out to me here. So he makes the pass for the 7th position. Well, dirt short tracks are different than asphalt short tracks. Let's be real here. All right. Ronald Piles back on. There's a modified for us. The Richard Petty Special. About 4 laps away from passing Chris Lewis. And by the way, Brett Rolls is back on track. So Brett's still in line to win the Rookie of the Year. And Melnick up against the wall in the Hawaiian Tropic car. Beaver! Oh, that almost got bad. I was going to say they were battling back here for the 7th position. And we almost had death on the front stretch. Somebody's called out pit stops. You know what? Screw it. I'm leaving the microphones open. We're going to make this entertaining. Be aware you could hear adult language. Cornwell coming to pit road here. See if Randy takes a set of tires here. He's still going to be short. Yep, right side tires going on. So he's 23, make that 33 laps to go here. And on the pit road now comes April. That's cool. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think they just had legend cars there last week. I know they did some kind of historic event at Road Atlanta. Cornwell off with a 14-second stop for him. I don't know what means, but okay. So Averill leaving pit road after a, looks like 4-tire stop for him. So these guys here are probably got to split this run in half, run about 15, 16 laps, and go to the finish of this race. Because, being honest with you, there's not many cars left on the track, so I could see this going the rest of the way on fuel now as the darkness settles in. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Eli Raposa, third position right now for him. Let's go back here. The 6th position battle, or 5th position, I should say, Melnick and Beaver battle, as you see Averill go by with the tires. So what somebody needs to be able to do here, if they could get to lap, or let's see, 50 is most when everybody came to pit road here. Well, we're at 22 laps into the run right now. So they should be coming to pit road now. So it's still going to be one more stop for pretty much everybody here. Now, if Miles has another set of tires left, good for him. But otherwise, I think he's out. And here comes Bryson to pit road. 3-time champion here. 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. Four tires and fuel, and he pulls away.
46 pitting, 46 pitting.
And that was the voice of Eli Raposa going to be coming to pit road here.
.46 pitting.
Notice where he called pit road at? I wish a lot of people would take notes of that, because a lot of people will wait till like right now. Oh, I'm coming to pit road. Oh, a little late, huh? Says the guy that got taken out leading the Coke 600 last year on iRacing right there. Hello, Craig Martin. Welcome in. What the world is going on there? He's blinking more than a Christmas tree. So 25 laps, a lot of cars made it here on this green flag run. So this is very interesting. Can people save enough fuel to get 25 laps? As the Blinkosaurus leaves pit road, so does Eli Raposa. Dallas Childers on pit road along with Aaron Beaver. Dallas can outrun everybody on the Rhino Blasters team.
Damn, Piles, that car's seen better days.
Four tires and fuel for Dallas. And here comes Stephen Melnick to pit road now. A lot of the leaders, Miles just came to pit road, got, I think, another set of tires, believe it or not. So I think he did have 2 sets of tires to work with there. Wow, shocked me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and blow the world's head off here for a second when I say this, but Stephen Miles has announced that he is not coming back to race next season here. He's going to take some time off, I think. or focus on other series, one of the two. And no, I have not been asked to fill Miles' seat in, but I'm sure Lewis will be working on something there. So Miles probably looking to run out of this race with a bang tonight after he won at Pocono last week and now wanting to win here at Charlotte. The leader right now is Tim Abril by all of that much on fresh tires. Miles takes it in there pretty shallow, catches the apron, going to slide up a little bit, should be fine. Now the question going to be, who can make it on fuel, who can't?
Pitting this time.
I think Eric Tupper just called his way to pit road here this time by. You see him giving room to plenty of the guys. there, and there. The good news is I do have a little insight to the TI team, so let's shoot a little message out real quickly there to Mr. Lewis. We're going to find out if Miles and Abril and Bryson are good on fuel. I'm pretty sure I've been wrong before. But with the fuel, I don't think they can make it. There's Craig Martin in the 5th position. Eli Raposa's fallen back to 6th.
Yeah, top on pit this time.
And Melnick. All right, so Lewis just updated me. So Miles is out of tires, as I thought. The rest have one set in the pits. So basically, I'm thinking... So basically, Miles has got to go as hard as he can here because when he changes or takes the fuel only, he'll get a little bit more time out ahead because of the shorter pit stop. But then he's going to have Abril and Bryson hot on his wheels. What he doesn't need is a caution here. As Childers with an elevator move into the corner. That's not going to help things. I'm just putting it out there, Aaron. This would be the perfect series for you to develop it, by the way. And you got plenty of people here willing to help you. Who are you?
Oh, it is your
Good. It's Captain Casey Kane over here in turn 2.
Oh.
Not once, but twice you did the imitation.
Yeah, tonight has not been my night.
Look, that's like me in bowling when I usually bowl a gutter ball twice in the same spot. I'm like, you already got that spot.
Oh, I felt so bad. I feel so bad for Clement too.
That's right. Clement returned the favor later.
Yes.
And here comes Abril to pit road, so we know he's got a set of tires. I think Miles has to run this thing out.
That is the goal for Miles. Miles is to run this out and hope for no caution. If a caution comes out, we're dead in the water.
What was the tank about? 22, 20, 21, 22?
23 if you stretch it.
23. So let's see who can make it 23 laps. Well, let's see. Doug Bilhars can, but he's 7 laps down. We could do Stephen Melnick. Could we have an upset here tonight? He's on the lead lap. He's in the 6th position. And he could probably make it on fuel. Steven, save fuel!
If he can make it on fuel, he's got us beat because Bryson and Tim and Miles all have to pit again.
Right. So, and here's Cornwell back to pit road. He, I think, has a set of tires, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured I'd message you because I'm like, hey, I got some insight here. Hey, can they make it?
That's why I came up here, and you looked a little bored, so you know.
I'm not bored. I've got plenty of things I can do. I mean, worst case scenario, I go to Miles for Dad Jokes, or I can go on YouTube and find some funny videos, or we can storm chase in Kansas. One of the two. We got plenty of options here. I'm trying to work on this guy that's in chat that's new to iRacing here the last few months, and I'm like, dude, this is the perfect place to come and develop yourself.
Yep, we'd love to have you.
And I might even get a sponsor for you. I'm pretty sure one of the 15 dealerships that are around in this series will sponsor your car. April did a good job on those cars, huh?
Yeah, I do love the cars. The paint on it makes it stand out. The purple in the middle and the blue on the outside.
Well, it's not even a blue. It's, well, in real life, that car actually changes from blue to purple. When Jeff Gordon ran that car back in 01 at Richmond.
It's one of my favorite. Oh, Miles in the Wall. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Tim asked me, he's like, what's my 3 favorite paint schemes? I'm like, well, there was this one. There was the one, and Miles is saving fuel.
He should not be able to make it no matter what.
And here comes blinking chopper. It's Craig Martin. Yep, blinks again. I think he's blinked more than a Christmas tree. You realize if you'd went back on track, you could have finished top 15, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. And that was my goal until I wrecked again.
Miles pitted on lap 74, so he's got to go 26 laps.
Yeah, I mean, he can't do that.
Unless he's got like some kind of Hank Parker Jr. California strategy going. It ain't happening.
No, he can't do that.
Or is it Pikes Peak? One of those races, he ran like, I think it was Pikes Peak actually now as I think about it. He ran like a ridiculous amount of laps and won the Busch race there.
I'm still worried about Melnick. Is Melnick going to make it?
He's the last one to come to pit road, so, I mean, he pitted at 76. I mean, I could PM him real quick, be like, dude, save fuel. Not that I'm cheering for anybody, but this dude lives right down the road from me. I'm willing to drive down to Brazelton right now and party with him if he wins.
Have you seen the back of his car?
I saw the one that had 50 starts. Does it say 51 now?
No, it's not 51. It's still on 50, but I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, last week he said it was his 50th start. I mean, if he gets his win in a 51, I might have to bring 151 to him. And Melnick's going. He's not saving. Poor guy. I hate to say this. He might not know how to save.
You might know how to win at Charlotte, though.
I've done it a couple times. And he fights on pit road. Eli Raposa pitted at 74. He's got to go 26 laps. I mean, here's what Miles needs to do. Miles needs to slow his pace down and let Craig Martin catch him. I mean, 20-second lead at 6 laps. If he could slow his pace down to run, what's it, 20 to what, just 3 seconds slower, roughly?
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough to make it because 23 was stretching it with me, and I'm pretty slow.
Well, you also have the right foot of a dinosaur, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was coming to pit road. I'm like, that's an interesting way of doing it. Hey, shades of the 07 600 when Casey Mears won that race.
Melnick's starting to save a little bit.
I wonder if he's realizing, dude, I could actually do this. And Bryson's all the way over here in turn 2, so.
Yeah.
Craig Martin is on pit road, so he bit off more than he can chew, if you will. All right, Miles is in.
Miles is in. That goes Raposa and Melnick.
So 5 laps of fuel in this car. It's about, you run at 40%, so you got to, which 40% is what, 8? No.
9.4.
9.4, so he needs about 4.5 gallons of gas.
Raposa's coming in.
Raposa, that's not how you, come on, Eli. That's not how you do it. And that leaves us the one guy. Who's probably more nervous than Chris trying to sell a car at his dealership.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh, what's Craig's over here swerving on the back. He's backing off. This is where Steven needs to literally slow. You know, Steven might be watching the stream too. Here's where Steven needs to slow down to where Steven Miles is where Craig is at the start-finish line.
Oh, come on, Melnick. Come on, buddy.
How cool would this be? That's his teammate right there. Get out of the way. That's 2 teammates, actually. Are they going to try to Rick Mass 1991 Melnick?
Oh.
Which is against the rules, by the way, now. If you don't remember that race, that was where Harry Gant went a lap down and purposely pretty much bump drafted Rick, or the other way around. Rick Mass went a lap down and purposely pushed Harry Gant all the way around the track on the final lap to win the race. He can't pit now. He's got to keep going.
No, he's got to go for it. Miles only gained 0.8 that lap, so.
Melnick, slow down.
He's about half throttle on the back stretch, or 3/4 throttle. Come on, buddy, one more time.
One lap. We're all cheering for him. Melnick, wait. Hey, if Melnick wins, he ties you and me for career wins in the series. Craig Martin's throwing out invisible sparks back behind him.
I think he's going to do it, Scal. I think he's going to do it.
He could. Well, he's got his teammate there somehow behind him.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Just drive through the carpet now if you have to. He's got it.
He's got it. Showtime Racing's first win.
Melnick wins at Charlotte on fuel. That's awesome. There's a party going on in Showtime.
Oh, what a race.
Look out.
Oh.
Nice job there, Mel.
He can't celebrate now.
Hey, that might have violated the rule book, by the way. You're not supposed to wreck somebody and ruin their 4X after the race. Just saying.
Oh, no.
Well, in all this, April's the champion, by the way.
April is the champion. Rolls is the rookie of the year. T.I. is the team. And Mertez is the laps leader.
Nice. All right, let me mute the mic for you. They're going to push them to the start-finish line. Let me mute the mic here. We're going to talk here in a second to the champs real quick. We got a whole bunch of weirdness going on. I think April's doing a reverse victory lap. They're trying to push Melnick to the front stretch. By the way, Melnick is potentially on Davey Allison watch right now. I hate to say it. 92 All-Star race. I mean, when all else fails, you just have all your teammates push you. T.I.'s first Rookie of the Year ever, and his 51st starts, wins in Charlotte. He gotta get spun onto the carpet. Do some donut. Somebody get to his right rear and literally spin him around so he does donuts or something. I don't know how else to say it. They'll do donuts for him. I'm totally picturing Weekend at Bernie's right now. All three of these guys are doing donuts. Meanwhile, Melnick's probably over there slumped up against the jukebox. Anyways, all right. Finishing order is going to run across the top of the screen. We'll talk to a bunch of drivers here. Oh, my gosh. That was worth it. I'm over the... All right, let's I'm just gonna jump down here into the TI chat and talk to all these guys here because, well, two of them were the top three. Well, three of them were the top four. One's a champion. You got the team owners championship. Everything is all here. April, Miles, Bryson. Y'all just got beaten by Melnick. Is that an I plead the fifth?
Yeah, he played a great strategy.
Sure did.
Well, Miles had finished third, and obviously, I kind of broke the news out to the stream, by the way.
Yeah, wanted to go out with a strong note, a strong showing. I believe we did that as a team, and I mean, yeah, man, I'm just proud to be racing with these guys, man. I learned from them, they learned from me, and I'm just gonna take a season off and come back.
Looking forward to. Something tells me you learned that from somebody, by the way. But needless to say, great season for you. I know it was a little bit of a struggle there at the beginning. You were able to still get a win at Pocono, so you keep that little winning streak ahead of seasons won and that kind of thing. But what was the one thing you were missing tonight? Was it just bad strategy call? Was it just...
It was me losing focus and not unchecking my tires and using my set of tires around lap 50 something. So I was stuck in the box, and Chris set it up real nice for me, told me what to do, and it was leading good. I was trying to clutch it and see if I could save the last 3 laps, but I mean, I think I gave up a lot of time by doing that, and I just pitted and came out third, and I mean, we strong. I mean, I can't complain about our cars, about us as drivers. We're fast, so good win for Milnick. He pulled an excellent strategy, and that's how you do it right there.
That is how you do it. Great job, man, finishing third. I kind of told you what to do to win this race, but yeah, you didn't listen to the stream. But great job, and shout out to whoever you like to.
Captain Network, Asheville Rooftop, Chris Lewis, my teammates. Tim Averill, AB, Bryson, and Wilson, man. It's been a hell of a ride. And I want to thank them all for allowing me to race with them side by side to compete every Tuesday.
There you go, my man. Hey, great job. Proud of you.
Oh,
and,
hold on. My girlfriend and God.
Attaboy. 2 most important people right there. Well, outside your child, too. So,
Yeah.
great job. And, yeah, proud of you. And we'll talk next season. Or here in like 20 minutes. But anyways, Bryson finishes second, and Alex, obviously great run for you, led some laps. Unfortunately, you're out there on your own island points-wise. I think if April didn't have the season he had, I think it was easy to say you were going to be the champion, but still a second-place points run, second-place finish tonight.
Yeah, just real proud of this group. Congratulations to Timmy once again for winning the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, just came up a little bit short. Had a bad luck. I forget where it was, but yeah, just really surprised that I finished second. I didn't think I'd finish here. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the season if I would have finished in top 5 in points, I would have told you no. But overall, just a great fun race there at the end. Took 2 tires, and you know, like Miles said, Melnick played out the strategy to perfection, and congratulations to Melnick on his win.
Yeah, what was obviously your strategy? You pitted there for the last time at it says 101 here, so you obviously came to pit road, but I think it was lap 74 or something like that. So obviously, what was the one thing that you look back at? It's like, okay, I should have did this different.
I probably should have pitted sooner, honestly. I was going to be about 4 laps short from finishing that last run on a tank. Yeah, I should have probably pitted earlier, put myself in better position. But I mean, you win some, you lose some. You can't win them all. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, just really proud of this group.
Well, great job tonight, man. And also, team points wise, you guys won the championship tonight there on that side. Another season in a row that you guys get to celebrate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome as a group. I think this is my, I want to say 6th team championship now, 5 with TI and 1 with PTP. But I want to thank you for broadcasting this season. You've been a hell of a broadcaster. I can't stress it enough. You're awesome. I want to thank Chris Lewis. I want to thank Tim Averill, Dalton Wilson. Of course, I got to thank my guy, Stephen Miles. Got to thank the Captain Esports Network. Got to thank the painter. Puts these paints on. It's an amazing paint. Got to thank my wife and kids. Got to thank my wife's grandmother. Got to thank my dad. Got to thank God.
There you go. Great job, man, and congrats on your second. I know you kind of gave shout-outs there, so I'll just move on to the champ over here. Tim, nice job, man. Congratulations as you show up in here and put that 48 in victory lane at Charlotte. Well, not in victory lane at Charlotte, but, I mean, close enough to victory lane where you're the champion at Charlotte.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Obviously, a lot of your people watching. Braden Locke, yeah, that's my staff sergeant, the champ. Obviously, it's got to feel pretty good, but talk about the race tonight and the feeling of being the champion here.
Yeah, race tonight was started off a little rocky with a lot of cautions and whatnot, but we were able to get some green flag racing there at the end. Just didn't get the strategy to fall our way there. Had a fast car, but well, especially on the long run. But I mean, still a good finish. Way to keep it in one piece.
Yeah, obviously a great job there, and of course all season long for you to. I mean, the only thing you didn't win this season was the laps led category, but otherwise it was just consistent finishes and I'm trying to think, would you have 1 win, 2 wins, something like that?
Well, no, really no wins. Just a
well,
lot
there
of
you go. No wins.
A lot, just like 5 second places in a row, and I think every single week was top 5. But it is what it is.
Well, you definitely did your part tonight, man. And throughout the season, so congratulations. I know you're one of, Chris, how many is that, like 5?
That is 6.
6 league members that have won a championship in this series. Obviously, you're 2 away from Bryson, so he'll hold that over your head probably for a little bit. But great job tonight, and send some shout-outs to everybody, too.
I just want to give a shout out to you and Captain Esports Network for putting on these broadcasts every week. And say you're the best in the business at it, so we really appreciate it. And we appreciate you sponsoring our team towards the end of the season. We look forward to many seasons together. I want to give a shout out to Asheville Rooftops out in North Carolina for also being a sponsor on our racing team. TA3 Designs for developing these paints. TI Racing, Chris Lewis, my teammates on TI, Miles, AB, Dalton. They love racing with these guys every single week. Hope to continue that, whether it's in this league or other leagues, etc. Pretty unstoppable together as a team, so definitely would like to keep that going. Give shout out to my wife for letting me race these races every single week. I know it takes time out of our lives. We kind of got to work our schedules around these, so really appreciate her support and allowing me to do that. Shout out to Drayton Cook for getting me into iRacing and supporting me every single week. He's currently deployed, getting ready to come back home soon. And even though he's over there in the Middle East serving our country, he's still supporting me every single week. and day in and day out, all the way across overseas. Just give a shout out to everybody that's really supported me all season. You got Dad, Meyer, Locke, Loera, Holsty, Boo, Tony D, any other family and friends I missed there, supporting every single week. And then good Lord above for another day.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations over a great season, and go celebrate there, bud.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Absolutely. Tim Averill, the champion of the season. Of course, TI winning the team championship. Now I'm going to go down to the driver that pretty much won up them all. Steven Melnick, welcome to Victory Lane, my friend.
Yeah, boy, how's it going?
We're good, man. Me and Lewis were cheering for you up in the booth. We're like, I think he's got enough fuel, and I'm sitting out. I was actually up there yelling instructions like, "Slow down, you're fine, you've got this," or whatever. But talk about the strategy, man. When did you realize, like, hey, man, I could win this thing?
I think that last caution I come in and topped off because I was kind of calculated out and I was right at the number. I was going to be like probably about half a lap short. I'm like, well, I think I can save that. And if we go green, which it kind of those races kind of go like this, have a bunch of cautions and at the end we kind of end up with like a bunch of greens usually. So I was like, all right, let's try the strategy here. I know I'm going to be behind a little bit, but let's give it a try here tonight. And God damn, it won, man. It actually worked.
It did. Hey, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. And tonight you were the windshield. Obviously, who's getting blamed for taking you out there in the backstretch?
I mean, they were just trying to push. I was out of gas. I ran out of gas pretty much going into one after the start finish line. So I was coasting around. They were just, I think Brett was trying to push me around the front. So, and yeah, I was trying to get down to neutral before he pushed me. And like, I think he got me while I was still in first gear and like just spun me.
Well, talk about the feeling, man. How's it feel to be able to win a race here? All this hard effort and stuff that you've put in.
I'll get the monkey off my back. Oh man, it feels so good, man. I mean, I love it for our team because we've been, Craig's been close a couple times. We've had some good runs. We just had some bad luck this year. And definitely, that's going to put that should put us to second in the point standings, for the team standings, which is, hey, it's phenomenal for like all these guys. And I appreciate, Tup and Brett and Craig and Rick when he's here and Wolfram when he's here, I got to give Craig a lot of, Craig has some crazy setups once in a while. I'm like, all right, let me try them out. And I used to set up tonight and it got me there. So, I'm stoked for the team, but I'm happy to get that monkey off Mac. I was trying to feel like Michael Waltrip. Actually, Michael Waltrip won the All-Star race here, didn't he? In Charlotte, right?
1995.
Yeah, yeah. So hey.
Well, you did your part.
I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess can be move on to Daytona and win there eventually, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that took like 300 more starts later, but
yeah.
Still,
well, I mean.
Well, great job. You got the first team win for Showtime Racing, so that's something to celebrate. And the best part of it all is I told Chris this. You now tied him and I for wins in the series.
Hey, that's an elite company there.
I don't know about that, but anyways.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know where it is,
Well, since
I love you guys, man.
Hey, you and I got a combined 2 wins in I want to say Hall County, but where you live has 4 different counties in it, so I don't know which one you're in. But
yeah, I go with Hall enough so I can consider myself.
There you go. So 2 wins for Hall County, Georgia now. So send some shout outs. Send some shout outs whoever you like to.
I'd like to thank obviously my wife. She's the one who bought me the setup I have and stuff like that because as an anniversary gift like a couple years ago, got me going here. I like to thank my teammates, man. Tup, Brett, Craig, Rick, and Wolfram there. I couldn't have done it without them, man. They kept supporting me, and we support each other, and man, it was like, I appreciate them. Hawkeye Tech, the company I work for, kind of throw me some money for my, I put them on the car. They sponsor the youth baseball team I coach, so I was like, I'll put you on the race car and can be on TV every weekend if you sponsor my baseball team. So they're on there. Just like, thank you for broadcasting this and, your support over the last, year or so. Chris Lewis for putting this on because, I've been in some other leagues and they, Chris does he does a great job trying to make this, a good league, and I appreciate all his work and stuff like that, even though he uses pen and paper, I can
no kidding.
get the guy, get the guy a freaking Excel spreadsheet or something like that, update at least. I don't know, you know. But I appreciate you all, man. You know, congratulations to Ti for the team championship. April, I think, won the overall championship. Congratulations to him. You know, and Brett, rookie of the year, man. Hey, it's good night. Rookie of the year, and then we got our first win as a team. We're good.
There you go, man.
Partying over here in Georgia tonight.
Yes, enjoy. Go to Slice, get a pizza, and go enjoy yourself. Great job, man.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it.
You too,
Look
buddy.
forward to seeing you next year.
Absolutely, sounds good. As Stephen
Thank you.
Melnick wins a race, maybe a championship, come next season. But well earned on his part. As we head out, a lot of stuff about to be going on here after this race. So a lot of changes going to be coming. Of course, the Truck Series comes back on Wednesday nights. Tuesday nights we'll have the ARCA Series back, and the ARCA cars coming back. And Chris and I are going to go over some things to get things lined up and ready to rock and roll here very, very soon. So right now, though, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the week off and get ready for family to come into town and go from there. So, all right, enjoy the rest of your, what's tonight? Tuesday evening. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!